So when Pitch Black breaks Jack Frost's staff and tosses him in the crevasse.
The crevasse.
That's what it is. Sorry for being specific. I was mad at myself for saying and I was like, I gotta step up the vocab here. Let's hit it with a crevasse. So
I appreciated it, Mason.
That was good shit, bro. That was good shit. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pacific Standard, guys. My name is Carter Briggs, and with me, as always, are my two co-hosts, Abel Stoika and Mason Winter.
I don't get to do a funny joke. That's okay. I didn't even have one, so we're good.
Hello.
Today we are talking. Oh, happy Easter, everybody! By the way, if you celebrate the day Jesus became a zombie, well, not really the day he became a zombie. The Sunday he became a zombie, but not really because it's a pagan holiday. About
the Sunday that they realized that he was a zombie, right?
I don't know because it's actually a spring. It's a spring. It's like a pagan rebirth and fertility festival type deal. And as Christianity do, they took the date. Same with Christmas. Jesus wasn't born in December.
As this is a religious holiday-themed podcast, we're going to be reviewing the day of Easter.
Yeah. Anyway, happy Easter. We are reviewing the movie Rise of the Guardians, one of two Easter movies that exists. Unless there are more. I don't know. Abel, what the fuck happened in this movie?
You tell me, man.
I don't know. All right, motherfucker, I will tell you.
No, I'll tell you. Jack Frost is he's kind of an elemental type guy who wants to be included as a guardian secretly amongst this council of fictional characters that interact with children while they are asleep.
Wait, whoa. Let me pull you up there. Let me stop you in your
That's inaccurate.
That's inaccurate. One, fictional is crazy.
All do it.
One, fictional is crazy. Two, numero dos. The second, Jack Frost doesn't want to be a part of it. He's chosen by the man in the moon.
Well, he kind of wants it, you know. He just is having self-confidence issues, you know. Like he wants to be a guardian.
He doesn't want to be. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. He has to be convinced.
He's got potential.
He wants to have fun, dude.
He just wants to have fun. Also, what's happening? Did you watch the movie?
I tried to.
Misrepresenting my boy Jack like that? Continue. Let's see what goes on.
Yeah. So then there's Pitch Black, who is the boogeyman, and he harvests children's dreams and uses fear to turn them into nightmares, and then uses that to become his army. Basically, they look like undead horses that attack Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Sandman and the Tooth Fairy. Then they retain enough childlike joy and fun and happiness to fight him and take away all of the fear that everyone has of the boogeyman, which takes away his energy, and then he becomes mythical again and no longer can be seen by the children. And then Jack becomes the guardian of fun.
You skipped so much.
You skipped a big point.
You skipped the entire middle point of the movie and the whole point. You skipped.
You know when there was like one kid left who believed in all of them?
You skipped the setup.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the setup. Jack Frost wakes up in a fucking in a pond, right? Of frozen water. And all he knows is that his name is Jack Frost and that the man in the moon put him there. Man in the moon doesn't talk. Chose him for something. Man in the moon doesn't say. Fucking, he's been living for hundreds of years. Just like that. Same with Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and Sandman. And also the groundhog, because the Easter Bunny directly mentions the groundhog. And leprechauns. All of the holiday figures. Jack Frost, so Pitch Black, who's the boogeyman, is making a play. He's making a new play to make the children stop believing in the Guardians, because the Guardians made the children stop believing and fearing in him in the Dark Ages. And Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, they're all the Guardians. The Man in the Moon tells Jack Frost that he's going to join the Guardians, and then adventure ensues in which they do a Tooth Fairy escapade, they do the Easter escapade, and then there's a big final battle with Pitch, who's trying to get Jack on side, because nobody can see Jack, because nobody believes in him, and they can only see these these Guardians if they believe in them. And Pitch and Jack, they can't see, which is why Pitch hates them and wants them to feel fear. And then they beat him. Yeah. That's the recap. Not fucking there's a bunny and then they beat up the boogeyman. That's weak. That's a weak recap, Abel. Boo. Boo. Tomato at Abel.
There's a kangaroo. I don't know.
He is a kangaroo. He's a fucking kangaroo. He's not a bunny. Fuck that.
He's Australian. He has boomerangs. It's Hugh Jackman. He's a kangaroo.
He's a kangaroo. Fucking bunny. Bunny my ass. I've seen bunnies.
He doesn't really sound like Hugh Jackman that much. Maybe I'm just used to like him playing grizzled guys with like different voices. I'm not used to him being
with an
like,
American
funny.
accent. What the fuck? That's not Hugh Jackman. Also, that's good.
Well, I mean, did you catch Santa is Alec Baldwin?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I read it on the IMDb, but
that I love Alec. Alec Baldwin does a good job.
I like how they made him like Eastern European. I thought that was a really fun touch.
Like Saint Nicholas. Also, the reason the nightmares look like horses is because in European folklore, there is a creature called a nightmare, and it's a horse. It's a horse with a mane of fire.
I knew that it was like a mare pun. I didn't know that part. That's interesting.
So actually, this movie does some fun stuff. It's not just undead horses and the boogeyman. They do cool shit. Like Santa, clearly, was reborn from St. Nicholas. The Man in the Moon chose St. Nicholas.
Yeah, he's got a thick Eastern European accent, and he's tatted up on his arms.
My question is, what was the Easter Bunny? Was the Easter Bunny a bunny, or was the Easter Bunny a man?
I thought we covered that the debate is kangaroo or bunny.
Right, okay, so was the Easter
Where
Bunny...
does man come into the equation?
No, I'm saying before he was a guardian.
Oh.
Was he chosen as a kangaroo, or was he chosen as a man?
He was probably like an actor, like, I don't know, doing stuff like maybe like playing Wolverine or something. He's probably just a regular Australian guy.
It's probably just a regular Aussie dude who loved hope.
Super religious.
Yes, just a really religious Aussie dude.
So he loved Easter.
I'm going to look up if there's any Australian saints. It's going to give me the patron
saint.
saint.
The Tooth Fairy was kind of like a hummingbird sort of theme. I like that as well.
That was cool. I like that design. Yes, Saint Mary MacKillop was the first and only Australian saint recognized by the Roman Catholic Church. She is also the patron saint of Australia. Oh my God, she was actually born in Melbourne. Fun fact, St. Patty was Welsh. Okay, Abel, why don't you start with what you think about the movie?
I thought it was fine. I wasn't very interested in it, but like it was whatever. I watched it when it came out. I remember I went to the theaters to go see it, and it felt like if the Avengers was like Avengers for holiday themed characters, or not holiday themed, I guess, but just like different historical, like mythological characters. And then, yeah, I haven't seen it since, and it was whatever. It's fun for a kids movie. It's not a kids movie that I feel super fondly about, though. And I obviously am in the minority here, because you guys seem to love this movie and be really invested in the lore and how the world
in the lore, we're reviewing the movie. It's not like we read a book. We watched the movie.
Watch the movie.
They say all this in the movie.
You know what I mean, though.
No.
I had never seen this movie.
Like, this is... You said you were really invested in the lore. No, we watched the fucking movie.
I just, wasn't following along that long on it. That
I was literally watching a baseball game while I watched this movie. I understood the lore more than you. Sorry.
I mean, I understood it enough. I knew what was happening at the end.
Yeah, but you didn't take the time to realize why and what the point of the movie was, man. There's gonna be Carter's theme corner. It's gonna go so hard.
Okay, let's step into the Carter's theme corner.
No,
not yet. We got so much to go over.
We gotta hear what Mason liked about it.
Mason, what did you
I
like about it?
What did I like? What did I love about this movie? First off, Jack Frost. To kick off the movie, Jack has a fun snowball fight with the kids. He saves a kid from getting crushed in traffic. And then he saves one of the little tooth fairies. So why is this man on the naughty list? Tell me.
Because he's always causing a mischief. Remember the first part of the movie, like the opening part of the movie when we see Jack Frost with his powers? He's making people slip, and he's blowing people's papers, their important documents, out of windows. So now that guy's going to get shot by the Communist Party. Because he's probably a government employee.
So it's Jack's fault that one lady is not aware of her surroundings, and two, a dude can't get a paperweight?
No, it's not Jack's fault.
Is that what we're saying?
No. I'm not saying I would have put him on the naughty list. I'm saying I understand why Santa's got him on there. Also, he causes mischief remember he said he's always trying to break into the North Pole? And then he's like, "What's up, Petey?" To that Yeti who's about to hit him.
Carter, we were just in agreement that Jack Frost is about having fun.
Yeah, he's dope.
Not causing mischief.
Mischief is fun.
Mischief is ill-intentioned. Fun is not.
Sorry, you're right. Mischief was the wrong word. He's doing a, I don't know why I didn't put him on the fucking naughty list.
I would not.
Look, you're not Saint Nick. Also, Saint Nick was like, "You're guardian now, fool. We'll wipe that slate clean. We got you."
I also love his hair. His hair is perfect.
His hair is so good 2000s hair. It's such great 2000s hair.
Perfect.
Ugh.
Chris Pine is really good as him.
Chris Pine is good as everything, Abel. Yes. Chris Pine is the best Chris.
I'm starting to pick up on that. I've never been like a huge Chris Pine guy, but like between this and like, I don't know, the Dungeons and Dragons movie, he's really growing on me.
He's the best Chris.
He's a lot of fun. Yeah.
He's great. He's great as Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Captain
what
Kirk.
What else is he in?
Oh, he's
I feel like he's also a supporting man a lot.
He's Lord. Yeah. He's what's his name?
By that I just meant I think he's in a ton of stuff. Like stuff you wouldn't think initially.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, he's like a smaller role in that.
He's Robert the Bruce in Outlaw King. That's pretty good. Whatever. Nobody's seen Outlaw King or knows who Robert the Bruce is. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't even matter.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
I did write a note about Pitch Black. Because everyone has their like center, right? The Guardians have their center. Was his kind of basis like everyone's fear of the dark? Because he was pitch black? Is that...
I think his center is just fear, and then all the stuff around him is about him causing fear. So like his name is Pitch Black. He causes nightmares. He's all that stuff.
Okay. I liked Jude Law, I think did well as him, but he also gave me big Hades vibes from the Hercules movie.
He does look like him and has the same kind of... Hades is a lot more like... I don't know, like...
Hades is more charismatic a little bit.
Yes. He's more kind fun.
Big and loud.
Yeah. He's also in that movie, he's like a sports agent, Hades, which I love that touch.
True.
Anyway, we're not talking about Hercules. But yeah, he gives kind of Hades kind of energy. He's a skinny man in a cloak, and he's about to cause some problems.
I love that the Sandman fights with sand.
Mm-hmm. I like all the designs in this movie. I think the designs for the characters are really good in this movie. Abel hates the designs. Listen to him. He's seething. He's seething about the designs in this movie. Listen to him.
I'm looking at the designs again. The Easter Bunny's design was great because he looks definitely like a bunny and not like any other animal in Australia.
He's not from Australia, dude. He's just Australian.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Also, there are so many rabbits in Australia. There's actually so many rabbits in Australia.
I was about to ask if they're native.
No. They're introduced by man, but so is the holiday of Easter, so it's fine.
Did you guys know that Roger Deakins was the cinematographer on this movie? Or like the visual, like the animation equivalent of a cinematographer?
The cinematographer. I did not know that.
That's what it says on Wikipedia, man.
I loved the shot. I love the camera. I love the camera work in this. I think was my. Sorry.
That's crazy,
I
though.
loved
It's
certain characters like the elves and the yetis and Sandman, who were nonverbal, so they were a lot more emotive in all the stuff they were doing.
Mm-hmm. The Yeti's mustache moves when they talk, like when they make their little noises.
But also, like, each time the Yeti is painting a new toy and he gets told to paint it a different color, and he's got a whole stack already done, and he's like, oh my, oh. And he throws up his hands and he's all pissed off.
He does it
Or then
twice.
initially,
I love it.
when they're painting the eggs as well. But Sandman is trying to get everyone's attention when all the Guardians are circled around, and he just grabs one of the elves and shakes it to shake the bell on his head.
No, it's all good stuff.
Or Jack Frost
love it.
also says, no music. Elf chucks the bugle down in frustration. He's all pissed off. No music? What the hell
And
is
he
this?
pushes the elk or the elf with the tuba. He shoves his buddy. That was good stuff.
How can you not be moved by Santa's speech about how his center, explaining the concept of each guardian having a center, and him explaining that his is seeing the wonder in everything, in all the small things?
Yeah, Abel. What the hell?
I don't know, man. I was pretty checked out. Not gonna lie.
Abel's the heel of this episode. Abel.
I just didn't like retain anything. I tried, dude. I gave it like a solid 30 minutes.
This guy. It's okay. I was kind of second screening this. This was definitely the first screen, but I was watching a baseball game while I watched this, and then after the baseball game ended, I played a video game while I watched it. But I still retained it, man. I still felt the love, man.
But like, haven't you seen this like 5 times?
Yeah, my siblings watched it a lot. But also, it's not like I watched it then either.
I don't know, just not my kind of movie.
Why?
Like,
Explain. Explain. That's too vague.
Like,
For
I just
us.
wasn't in the mood for it, you know?
For joy. I get it.
It was
Yeah.
just, I don't know, it was boring.
But what about it was boring? I'm not
I
trying
don't
to
know,
grill
just-
you. I'm not trying to grill you. I'm just saying.
Like conceptually, it's just like not something I was like getting down with, you know? Like just about the whole. I felt like if I was in a different headspace or whatever, like I could be more open to it another time, but
When
I
you're-
wasn't. Just during my particular viewing, it's just like, oh, I gotta watch this movie, you know? What's so funny? Cody?
That sounded very hippy dippy. Man, I just wasn't. My chi wasn't aligned to fucking watch the Rise of the Guardians. You know what I'm saying, man? I just wasn't
Yeah,
fucking.
you know what I'm saying, man.
This kicks Guardians of Gahul's ass.
This is so much better than Guardians of Gahul. Guardians of Gahul, what the fuck? This movie was so well paced. I say this about every movie. I always bring up the pacing. This movie was greatly paced. It had a great message. It's got great like little action sequences for a kids movie. It's scary enough for a kids movie. This is a good kids movie.
Yeah,
It's a
I
good
see that.
It's a good kids movie. I think Abel just hates. He has no childlike wonder left, Mason. He's done. He's checked out of being a child, of having a childhood.
If I can't understand if you don't find joy when Jack Frost has to separate a tooth fairy from fighting a European division tooth fairy, which is a mouse, and they're in a fist fight.
You're getting fisticuffs, and the mouse is so French, even though he only squeaks. He's so French. You basically hear him go, even though he's squeaking.
I literally only wrote down 2 gripes with this movie.
Give us the grapes, Meso.
So when Pitch Black like breaks Jack Frost's staff and tosses him in the crevasse,
The crevasse.
that's what it is. Sorry for being specific. I was mad at myself for saying like, and I was like, I gotta step up the vocab here. Let's hit him with a crevasse. So
I appreciated it, Mason. I appreciated it.
That was good shit, bro. That was good shit.
it felt to me the only point of that scene was for Jack Frost to view his memory and see his past, where he came from. And so to get him back in the fight, all he does is just push the two halves of his staff together, and it's like, oh, it's fixed. Here we go.
Yeah, I didn't love that. I think it should have been more like a Thor Ragnarok moment where he learns that he doesn't need the staff. You know what I mean? He has the powers.
Yeah. And the only other gripe is not really a gripe, it's more of a comedic gripe. At the end, when Sandman turns all the nightmares back into dreams and he has all the animals flying around.
Mm-hmm.
There's dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
There's manta rays. There's fish. And there's brontosauruses. So I don't know who thought up this roster of animals, but it's a pretty wild combo.
It's a great... What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You stick
There's three water-dwelling animals and then one dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's the classic wonder and fun animals, because that's the animal you always in any Jurassic Park movie, because Jurassic Park, when it's done well, is a combination of fear and wonder at the natural beauty, and they always use a big sauropod like a brontosaurus for the natural wonder. And another classic animal that you use for visual wonder is dolphins and seafaring animals, but them flying in the sky as if it were water. So they were just hitting all the classics, man. What's your problem?
I disagree. I think they should have either gone more of a variety or just X out the brontosaurus.
That's true. Look, the real reason they did it is because they didn't want to design more fucking animals. That's the reason. It's because they were like, man, we can't just have water animals.
The animators were like, all right, man, we got dolphins, we got manta rays, we got these schools of fish going through.
Yeah.
And the director's like, we need one more at least. And they're like, we can't. We're so burnt out. And he's like, one more, please. And at least spice it up. Make it different.
Make it different.
And they're like, I got it.
I have just the idea.
Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus.
No, probably what happened is the animators were like, all right, we got these 12 animals that we can put in there, right? The animators were like, we got these 12 animals, and it was Brontosaurus, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and then all the fish, right? It was going to be dinosaurs and fish. And then the director was like,
last minute, and they were like, what leftover models do we have?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
got this rudimentary brontosaurus over here we can use. Throw it
I'm
in.
going to look up the DreamWorks movies that were made before this and just see if any of them were dinosaur movies.
I don't think DreamWorks has a dinosaur movie.
I don't think so either.
They don't have a dinosaur. I literally think it was the
How
animators
to Train Your Dragon?
There's no brontosaurus in How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, maybe they
That'd be sick if a
practicing
gold
with dinosaurs before they got to dragons.
practicing with dinosaurs. Animation test for How to Train Your Dragon. It's a fucking brontosaurus.
Hey, you're not an animator. You don't know how they work.
I'm pretty sure you don't go from brontosaurus to toothless, my guy. That would be kind of sick if they had a toothless fucking golden toothless flying around. That'd be fun.
Yeah, if they made this movie today, they would probably do something like that. You know,
True for
that new
synergy.
DreamWorks, the intro.
Yeah, I complained about it.
atrocious.
Hate it. What if Kung Fu Panda waved at Shrek? What?
What if that happened? I would be blown away. I'd be like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
This is the best movie I've ever seen. Kung Fu Panda's doing Kung Fu, and Shrek did the roar.
Is Rise of the Guardians in that intro?
I don't think it is. I don't know.
Because they only made the one.
Yeah, I don't think...
But I feel like it has pretty popular brand recognition, you know?
That's true, but also I feel like... Abel, shut up.
Like, it's
They'll
got
make
more
a
than
second
this
one. Abel,
Home movie.
Abel, shut the fuck up. They're gonna make a second one now. Just let this live. Just let it lie. Abel, no, don't give him ideas. There's a
You
fucking
don't want a second one?
The creator
But
is
doesn't you
self-conscious
love
and
the
he's
first
listening
one?
to everything Abel's saying and, more importantly, not saying about this movie. And he's like, see, this is how people feel about it.
True. It's us. We're gonna get
Don't listen to me. I'm not a child. This movie was not made for me.
I'm a child. This movie's awesome.
I'm a child. I have childlike wonder, and I fucking stand by that shit.
The Tooth Fairy flipping the boogeyman a quarter as she punches him in the face and knocks a tooth out
Yo,
is maximum aura.
it's peak cinema. She's aura framing, basically. She fucking.
You want to say that Sandman is the coolest because he's the strong silent type who comes in and wallops people when you need him to.
Mhm.
But the Tooth Fairy doing that at the end might put her in contention
That's true.
with
Which
top dog in the Guardians.
is cooler, coming back from the dead on Easter to fuck some people up, or or flipping a dude a quarter as the Tooth Fairy and then knocking out a fucking tooth.
Probably the first one, honestly.
Knocking out a tooth. It's the context. She's the Tooth Fairy.
She's the
know.
fucking Tooth Fairy.
It's against her morals.
She should have spat at him and been like, "Keep the change, bitch."
Against your morals.
It's against her.
Yeah.
She doesn't knock him out. She just collects
To
them.
aid in a bet in the losing of a tooth,
That's fucked up.
it's against her code.
That's fucked up. Also, Tooth Fairy, come on, up the. You know who absolutely got like, because the Tooth Fairy's leaving quarters, right, or like silver dollars. Fucking when all the Guardians are delivering like gifts after the teeth, one kid gets 3 hard-boiled eggs. One kid gets 3 candy canes, better, and then another kid gets a whole Christmas. That kid got a whole fucking Christmas tree and everything. There's a train rolling around his room, and fucking and a loose quarter
That's
in
like
his room.
the epitome of like awesome Christmas in movies is there's a train rolling around when they wake up.
Dude, you have no idea. If I have children, the quickness with which I will get a model train for Christmas, the quickness, just like one of those ones, it go choo choo, and then it fucking delivers some fucking hot chocolate. That's my dream. That is my dream.
You know what? More power to you.
Everyone's got RC cars, small ones, and every Sunday we make a new racetrack through the house.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
Boom.
Boom. How many kids, Mason? How many kids?
2.
2? All right. Okay. I have an 8. No, I'm kidding. Fuck that.
You guys are competing on who has the best parent daydream.
Yeah. me and Mason have this argument a lot. We're both single. I like how me and Mason are the ones doing this. Abel's over here engaged. Abel's parent dream is that... What's your parent dream, Abel?
That I have stable income.
Boo! Boo! Get some fucking
Fuck
childlike wonder
stable
in you.
income.
Yo, get some childlike wonder in you,
I
motherfuckers.
see. That's exactly why Abel didn't like this movie.
Dude, like, come on. Stable income. What are you, the bland neighbor from Imagination Movers?
I
Deep
was
cut.
joking. Chill out.
Deep cut.
There's tooth.
Do some
Jack
Legos.
Frost.
I would spend so much money on Legos. Holy shit.
Jack Frost sitting in the DreamWorks logo and spicing it up with some frost on the screen. Perfect to start the movie.
And all the snowflakes are unique in that sequence. Excellent.
And then to
touch.
end the movie, did you watch the end credit scene?
Lay it
No.
down. Lay it down for him.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Am I the only person who watched this fucking movie?
Lay it down for him, Mason.
End credit scene. I was like, okay, movie's over. I was like, 8-minute credits. Bullshit. There's a gem in here. It's not quite animated bloopers, but it's in the same vein. It's a bunch of clips of the Yetis, the elves, and the Tooth Fairies all returning children to their beds. And one of the scenes, for example, is Tooth Fairy's carrying this girl into her second story window of her bedroom. And they phase through the window, but she doesn't. So she just face plants into the window and gets caught by the Yetis below. But then the Yetis are like, what the hell are you guys doing?
The Yetis
Great
being
scenes.
the Yetis being the voice of reason for all the folklore creatures is so good. It's great. They're just tired. They're just tired older brothers, all the Yetis. Just like, fuck. I gotta deal with these elves and this crazy Russian. Also, Santa being a badass, this started the trend of Santa being a badass.
Yeah.
You know? Like fucking...
This was definitely better than Red One, I will say that.
well, fucking... It was better than Red One.
Just to make sure that we're on the same page. Here.
just to make sure we're on the same page. That critically and commercially panned movie with Mr. Peas and Bottles, The Rock.
Oh, should have been the Tooth Fairy in this movie.
No, Larry the Cable Guy should have been the Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy 2, son.
Epic own.
Mason, have you said everything that you loved about this movie?
It's hard to encapsulate everything. I think mostly what I have left is funny quotes. So we can go quotes.
Well, I got to do Carter's theme corner, baby. It's theme time.
Oh.
We need a theme song for this. We need a theme song for Theme Corner. A theme. Get to...
All right, sing it to us, Carter.
I don't know.
How bad do we need it, huh?
I need it bad. Here's what I'm thinking.
It'd be funny to hit like the first note of like the Avengers theme song, just to be like, oh, and then it just stops.
Either like a polka version of the Avengers theme song
What the fuck?
would be funny, or some classical music but played like in rock stylings. It's like Flight of the Bumblebees, but in rock. That's what I want the theme to be. That's the theme. So, Polka Avengers.
All right, play it right now.
I don't have a Polka Avengers. You think I just
You can
fucking have...
beatbox it.
You think I've got a beatbox? You think I've got an accordion laying around here? Listeners, come on.
Picture it in your head.
And email us. Anyway, fucking, here's the deal.
Weird Al Yankovic, if you're listening.
Weird Al, if you're listening, give me a polka version of the Avengers theme. Anyway. It's what we've all been waiting for. It's what we all want. Theme core. It's theme time. Fucking, this movie's great. It's got a great theme. It's got a great, simple message for kids. All the people that you look up to, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, Jack Frost, fucking Sandman, they all are there to protect you, and they all are protecting a certain thing that is integral to being alive. Not to living, to being, not to being alive, to living. Fucking wonder. We see what a man, we are witnessing what a man without wonder is, listeners. His dream is stable income. That's no dream. That's not a dream. Sandman doesn't put that in your head. A dream is, I wish to ride a brontosaurus. That's fucking wonder. Hope. The Easter Bunny brings hope and rebirth. You cannot live without hope. Without hope, you are a shell of a man. I'm feeling it right now. My country's dying. I'm losing hope. And I feel hollow. Fucking memory. We are nothing without the past. Our history defines our future. And dreams, it's the same. It's wonder. But fucking dream big. Fucking believe in yourself. Believe that you can have a stable income and an RC track and a train for Christmas that delivers hot cocoa.
Can I chime in as correspondent?
Yes, please. Mason from the North Pole Division.
These heroes, these guardians, they're as real as you make them to be. If you believe in them, that is what makes them real.
Yeah, man.
And that's what brings these feelings of joy and hope on these holidays, these joyous occasions. And not to mention that, but also these nightmares, these bad thoughts. Jack Frost said it himself. They're not real. They're just dreams. If you give these bad thoughts, these sad thoughts, time to fester, they will snowball. They will get worse. But if you process them, you deal with them, and you get rid of them, they're gone. Gone to the ether, and they have no power.
Your reality is how you perceive it, and your world is what you make it. All right? You have the ability to change your world around you. Just be good. Be fucking, have wonder, have joy, have dreams. Be nice. All right? Remember. Fucking, and your world will be better. If you just do those things. There's not enough people doing those things. There's so many fucking Abels in the world with no wonder in their eyes.
I keep catching strays today.
That one was sorry. You're just the heel. I don't actually believe that. You're just the heel of this episode. All right?
I know. I'm chilling.
I was about to say, it's either you guys, one of you not liking the movie, or me loving it while both of you hate it.
Yeah, it's whoever feels differently than the majority.
Except in my case, it's always loving ones you guys hate.
I was kind of the heel for the Chicken Run episode. It's fine.
No, we just didn't feel as strongly about it, I feel like.
That's true. We didn't really have a heel sometimes we don't have a heel. But anyway, fucking
sometimes
have
we're
wonder.
just having a conversation.
Also, and have fun. Fun is important. Live your life. This is I'm going to get a little political, shocking. Stop caring about other people. And I don't mean stop caring about other people. I mean stop caring about what other people do. Right? If other people want to live their life a certain way, you shouldn't worry about it. You should just have fun and live in your own world, in your own universe. The only thing that is evil in this world is preventing joy. All right? That is what is evil in this world. If you prevent happiness and joy. Okay? So just worry about yourself. Make your own joy. If other people make their own joy in a different way that is unharmful, then let them do that. But if their joy prevents someone else's joy, you should beat the shit out of them.
The statement "nobody cares" is both the most unmotivating and yet the most motivating phrase.
Mm-hmm. It's also not true.
It's
people do care.
It's not entirely true, but most of the time they don't care. Just be you.
People care about you. They don't care what you're up to. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? People care about you and if you're happy and healthy. They don't care if you're, different. And if they do care that you're different, fuck them. They can fucking take a long walk off a short pier for all I care. Fucking Jesus. Anyway, my thinly veiled rant about Nazis. My thinly veiled rant about Republicans is done now. It's no longer veiled.
I think if you spend time on the internet and not talking to people in the world, you can tend to forget that 99% of the people you interact with on a daily basis are pretty decent people and have no ill intent on anybody else.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly.
Nowadays everybody's on the fucking internet all the time. It's horrible.
We say uploading a fucking podcast. But also, we just live in a kind of shitty time right now where everybody has this anonymity, but it's not anonymous. It's false anonymity. It's weird. It's awful. It's terrible.
The people in your phone don't feel real, but they are. So talking to them doesn't feel like you're talking to a person. And then everything just exponentially compounds over itself until reality isn't real and everything is terrible.
Yeah, it's just it's harder to make friends. Dating is much there's so many studies that are coming out now. It's just harder to form meaningful relationships with anybody at any level. And you shouldn't buy into that. And that's not really what this movie is about. This movie is more about you should feel wonder and you should guard wonder and joy. It is something worth fighting for. But to expand that to our current climate, you should fight for wonder and joy. You should fight for hope. You should fight for things that matter. And it's easy not to because it seems and it is getting worse. The world is getting worse. But that is not when you lay down. That's when you fucking get up. That's when you fight. It's when you fight back. Which sucks. We shouldn't have to fight because we're going backwards. But
yeah,
this is the world we live in.
I have a coworker. He has never had a smartphone. He's just had a flip phone his entire life. And he goes to the same bar every single night, a week and like every single day of the week, he goes to the same bar after work, and like he's still like in touch with like the world. But like if I like wasn't on my phone all the time, I feel like I would be such a happier person. You know, not super related,
definitely.
but just been thinking about that lately. Trying
I
to delete shit.
know. I like doing this podcast. It brings me joy, which is why I do it. But if I didn't do this podcast, I think I would have deleted Instagram a little while ago. I honestly do. I think I would have
I just deleted Instagram like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I gotta I gotta do the analytics, Abel. I gotta check on shit.
Yeah, I mean, I deleted my Instagram account. I'm still on the pod one.
The Pacific one.
At Pacific Standard Guys on Instagram. Follow us.
Follow
Use
us on Instagram.
everybody, so you can follow us. But
Abel
also
posted-
it's terrible, so you should get off.
Abel posted his our podcast on his story, and people I actually know from college started following it.
Now it's a real podcast. And
No.
I'm scared about what to say.
I'm scared. Fuck that was Carter's theme corner. It's over. It's done. Be good. Why do my theme corners always end with just be a good person? Just be a good person, love thy neighbor. And don't be so religious. Love thy neighbor and then cut it with the religious shit. Quotes. It's quote time, baby. Mason, you already brought it up. You go first.
Okay. Honorable mentions.
Before you go, what's the theme song for quotes?
Quotes, quotes, quotes.
What a beautiful song.
That was beautiful.
It's one of my faves. It's one of my personal faves.
I was listening to that this morning, actually.
Is that you guys listen to the jazz version, the polka version? What do you guys set that to?
Polka polka.
Polka?
big
Speedcore.
polka guy.
We're huge polka fans on this podcast.
Name 3 polka bands.
Weird Al.
John Candy
Adam Sandler.
in Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
That's the
What's
only
the band,
polka I
though?
know.
Weird Al.
I know
Oh.
Weird Al. That's
John
it.
Candy. I'm not Googling it. Shut up. Oh, my internet's so slow today. Oh. The legendary Shack Shakers.
Oh, dude. How did I
Fritz,
forget them?
Fritz's Polka Band. Six Fat Dutchmen. Polka Floyd. Polka Side. Brave Combo.
Carter.
Yeah.
It's quote time. It's not polka time.
sorry. It's quote time, baby. Get to the quotes.
Yeah,
man.
we don't do tangents on this podcast. Yeah.
Zero. None.
Whenever Santa's sleigh shows up, everyone loves the sleigh. Of course, everyone loves the fucking sleigh.
Yep.
When Jack Frost is ripping with all the Guardians through the street, going on like the sleigh ride or the sled ride because they're all on like trash can lids.
Mm-hmm.
They go flying past the children's house, and the Tooth Fairy doesn't really have a catchphrase. So Saint Nick goes flying by, Merry Christmas. The Easter Bunny goes flying by, Happy Easter. She goes flying by, and she goes, don't forget to floss. And last
good
honorable mention, when all of the kids stand and move in front of the Guardians to face against Pitch Black, all of the kids are like, I'll stand. And one kid goes, I'll try.
The glasses
I like the
kid.
honesty.
I love that kid. I'll try. That kid's great.
And then my favorite quote, Saint Nick, we're busy bringing joy to children. We don't have time for children.
That's good. No, great.
And I think it's great because it even translates to real life. You can be so focused on work and your job to make money so you can get these things for your child, but then you're just not there with your child. And that's where those joyful experiences come from. Parent and child doing the thing together.
I got a rant that goes along that same lines in What's Up and What's Going On.
Not there
Hit
yet.
your quotes.
I got 3 quotes.
I got one. I'll do mine quickly.
You do
Just
yours.
Little funny, it wasn't even like that funny, but the Easter Bunny, I think, is the one who says it, where they're trying to figure out what's going on at the beginning of the movie, and he goes, "It is Pitch," and then Santa just kind of slaps his belly in response.
yeah, because he had a feeling in his belly.
That was my favorite line in the movie. Was the belly slap.
I got 3 quotes. They're all from the Easter Bunny. Here's the deal. As you both know, I studied abroad for a summer in Australia. I love Australia. I loved Sydney where I was at. It was great. It's really fun. I met some really nice people. You guys talk funny sometimes. You have a funny way of talking. The words you say are funny, and that's not an insult. I think you're doing it on purpose. I genuinely think most of the time when you guys talk real Australian, when you get real deep into the Aussie, you're doing it on purpose. So here's
like
my
an inside joke.
No, it is.
You just are. Carter. You're the personification of the dollop.
I was kind of raised by it, so I think
it clearly shaped you.
Yeah, no, I think it did. I've been listening to it since I was like 13. Anyway, I was too young to be listening to that show. Anyway, there's 3. Also, for anybody who visits Australia, don't drink better beer. They have better beer than Foster's. They're tricking you. It's funny. It's a joke. It's a bit. Okay. When Santa and the Easter Bunny are having an argument, which is better, Christmas or Easter, the answer is Christmas, obviously. But
yes,
the Easter Bunny hits him with, "I'm dealing with perishables here, mate." And I love that. There's a line when he's in the sled. And he goes, "Oh, Struth, I knew I should have taken the tunnels." Struth is so funny. If you say Struth in any sentence, it's a funny sentence. It becomes a funnier sentence. And then the third one is his funniest line in the whole movie. It's when they're collecting teeth. And he goes, "You call that a bag of choppers, mate? This is a bag of choppers." And they're both holding up giant bags of children's teeth.
Jack Frost also had a good point when they were arguing, when he and the Easter Bunny were arguing, and Jack Frost was like, "Oh yeah, kids love hard-boiled eggs."
Dude, it's stupid. The Easter Bunny never left hard-boiled eggs with me. We would paint eggs, and he would hide them, but he would leave little plastic eggs, and you'd open them, and there'd be a little candy inside.
Dude, there's candy?
It was a plastic egg.
And there's 5.
I got that same thing.
5 golden eggs with bills in there.
Oh, yeah. When we did our big family Easter, the Irish side of my family, the Catholic side of my family used to do a really big like family Easter potluck, and there would always be like a couple bills, like some big bills in those fucking golden eggs. This is my take. I think it's a pretty cold. I think it's just understood. Christmas, better holiday, better vibes, better like fucking traditions, better. Easter, better candy. Just has better candy. The chocolate, the hard shell chocolate eggs are the best holiday candy in the world. Not the Hershey's one. Not the Hershey's one, the Cadbury ones. Not the Cadbury cream eggs. The chocolate eggs. The Cadbury chocolate eggs.
Actually, hold on. Shout out Robin's eggs.
Robin's eggs are so good. That's what I'm saying. Robin's eggs and the fucking Cadbury chocolate eggs, and I don't say it's by a wide margin. I'm saying Easter has...
some of the Cadbury... How big are we talking? 'Cause some of those eggs are too big, man. It's too much chocolate.
No, I'm talking the ones that come in the bag. The mini eggs is what I'm talking.
Maybe.
Also, Reese's eggs is the best form of Reese's.
Reese's Sticks, the wafers. God damn.
Okay, that's a different
There's some
candy.
good-ass Reese's ones.
That's a different
Okay, but
Reese's.
you said Reese's variant. You covered the Reese's verse, and you said eggs.
Okay.
That's wild.
Sorry.
And I'm standing on.
Hold on.
It might be
Hold
the
on.
best shape of regular Reese's.
It is the
but,
best. It is the best Reese's cup variant, right? Just the classic Reese's, just chocolate and peanut butter. The egg is the best. That's it. The wafers.
That's a more sensical thing. But
beat the cup.
No,
Cup's pretty good.
You can beat the cup.
Cup's classic.
I'm not saying the cup is bad. I'm saying of the greatness of Reese's, the egg is the greatest. Of the pyramid of Reese's cups, the egg sits atop the pyramid.
No.
Yes.
I'll not hear it. No.
I shall hear it. It is also the best holiday variety of Reese's. And, what's the best holiday Reese's then, sir?
I don't know. There's got to be a better one.
What are you talking about? What are you even saying? You just disagreeing.
I think a pumpkin one for Halloween is pretty good.
Pumpkins are good. The trees are good. You know what's good? Those thinner ones that are like more hard chocolate, and they're like Santa shaped or bunny shaped or egg shaped. Those are good.
Reese's has, I feel like they have like the most variants of any candy. Like they just keep doing twisted shit with it, you know?
Because it's the best one.
It kind of is.
You remember when they sold the extra big cups with Pringles in them?
No.
They had
They have just so many.
They had like crushed up chips in it.
I'll crush a fucking sleeve.
That's a fucking failure.
Dude, yeah. What do you... You're on a road trip. I don't really do it for road trips.
That's why you need the big sleeve.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Giant sleeve.
Normal sleeve is no match.
What's your flavor?
Sour cream onion.
Okay.
Sour cream onion for sure. Cheddar is pretty good. I just feel like.
Cheddar's alright. I'll go barbecue sometimes though.
I go barbecue hard. That's my flavor. That's my flavor.
Sour cream onion is like a general hit though.
Nah, no. If I'm getting OG potato chips, I'm getting Lay's.
OG chips is to dip in something.
That's
it.
True. I'm getting classic Lay's. I'm getting a sour cream and onion dip. That's what I'm fucking getting.
I'm getting classic Ruffles.
You guys feel the same way about Fritos, like normal Fritos?
Clam dip.
Fuck it. Never mind. Fuck a sour cream and onion dip. Clam dip
Homemade
for sure.
Grandmother's clam dip.
When your grandma makes a clam dip and whips out the Ruffles.
It's the only appetizer that's guaranteed at my grandmother's house. Is her clam dip. And she won't whip it out until most of the people are there because it'll get torn through.
No. Yeah, by me.
That's smart.
No, that's real.
I'm like, come on, Nana.
Did you guys...
I'm fiending. And she's like, no, Sammy's not here yet. God damn it.
Did you guys ever fall for that marketing ploy that Pringles did where you'd stack different flavors on top of each other?
No.
No. I don't think anybody
Who's
did.
buying 2 sleeves of Pringles to do that?
This is what I'm saying. I don't think anybody did.
$3.99 a sleeve. Who's got $8 thrown around to get all these Pringles?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Before tax. That's fucking $8 before tax.
In this economy?
In this fucking economy?
Not a chance.
I bet there's fucking tariffs on Pringles now, bro. That shit's going up by 25%.
Lay's? Don't think we don't know what you're doing with the stacks.
Yo.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get fuck out of here. Also, Lay's. You used to be a real fucking company and you actually used to put chips in the bag. My bag is mostly air, motherfuckers. I'm coming for you.
Shots.
Do we have anything
Mason,
else?
what's your rating?
You have rating.
We're rating?
Yeah, we're rating. What's your rating, Mace?
8.
Abel?
Okay.
Abel?
I'm giving this a fucking 4.
You're fucking insane for a 4.
Carter, you gotta balance it.
Dude. A 4?
You get so mad.
Yeah, I'm definitely actually mad. I'm not playing it up because this is the podcast, motherfucker.
Because his mind is subconsciously just thinking of all the movies that you're saying are superior compared to
You
this.
gave Guardians a 5. You gave Guardians of Gahul a 5.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like
That's
rating.
wild.
You like Guardians of Gahul more than this movie. Guardians of Gahul is 8
I
films.
think I like them about even.
That's a whole point deduction for about even. This is the problem. This is why I don't
Okay,
like rating.
I'll give it a fucking 5.
This is why I don't like number rating. Because that happens. Shit like that happens. It depends on your mood. Like, the rating should just be it's good or not. Because the number rating just leads to this. Just leads to chaos. It is false order. Anyway, I'm giving it an 8.5 to balance out Abel's F grade average, bro. Abel's that professor that you all avoid. That you, like, only get stuck with. You get stuck with because you slept in when you're supposed to be picking classes. Like, dude, he grades so hard. That's Abel.
I would not grade hard.
You literally just gave this movie a 4, sir. That's grading hard. That's a tough
Yeah,
grade.
because I'm an idiot watching this movie half asleep on my couch. I'm not a fucking college professor.
Right, but I'm saying the way you grade is like that professor's that's like, well, I know they went into debt to be here, but they gotta earn it. They gotta get past me first.
Yeah, DreamWorks really struggling, really trying to make me love their movie, and I just am too tough.
I'm sticking up for DreamWorks. DreamWorks is actually doing creative shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I like what they're doing now, I think. Besides that logo.
anyway, that's it. That's our rate. What's been going on, boys? What's been happening?
New fucking Skrillex album came out. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, insane. He leaked it all on his email newsletter the night before, and it's like 45 minutes long, like 34 songs. So the average song length is like a minute and 20 seconds. It's crazy. It's fucking DJ Smokey presents it, and it's got the DJ Smokey announcer guy introducing all the tracks and saying funny stuff. Yeah, it's a total blast. I bet you guys would hate it, but I think it's awesome because I'm a Skrillex diehard.
I listened to like one album of Skrillex.
Bangarang?
Bangarang.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was like I was going snowboarding with my dad like every weekend, and that was in the rotation of what would be on in the car.
Oh yeah, I remember I would go skiing with my friends, and we would listen. We would show each other dubstep on our iPods on the drive up.
The only two albums I recall: Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, and then the other one was Pink Friday by Nicki Minaj. Both bangers.
Shout out UKF Dubstep 2012. It's a great album. I watched something. There's Something About Mary a few nights ago. Have you guys seen this movie?
Mm-mm.
It's with Ben Stiller, Cameron Diaz. It's great. A lot of fun. It's kind of a classic. I actually really liked it. I gave it a 7, but I think I would bump it to an 8 maybe. I bet you guys would get a kick out of it.
I've been recommended it.
Yeah. What about you, Mason?
Watching, not much. Formula One is going to be this weekend, though. Japanese Grand Prix. After this podcast, I will be watching qualifying to see where the grid will line up. And besides that, I haven't really been watching much because I was ripping through Dune, and I finally finished that.
Hell yeah. How was it?
Book?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to pitch
It
something.
ruined the movie for me.
Did you watch both of them?
I've only watched the first one so far because I literally just finished the book today. I read the last chapter today.
Okay. The second movie is better than the first movie. I love the first movie, but the second movie is better than the first movie.
Okay, I didn't like the way that they portrayed some stuff. Like, I felt the author perfectly crafted all these elements that, like, interwove together perfectly, and I was like, oh, I want to see this on screen so bad. And then I was like, why did they do that? But I think that's the case with, like, everything.
Mm-hmm.
The book's always better. But one example is with the Fremen. You know how Paul is watching all of the video logs and stuff to learn about them and like the way they walk across the sand.
Mm-hmm.
You don't learn all that until he's basically with them.
He starts...
Everyone
Yeah.
views them as an inferior people who aren't very sophisticated at all and aren't that numerous.
Mm-hmm.
And it slowly is revealed to the reader that they're more advanced than you think. There's a lot more of them than you think. And they're a very formidable people. And it's super cool to see that reveal. And it's tons of stuff like that I thought the author played out perfectly. That I wished had been done a little differently on screen. But I can definitely see certain aspects of the movie that are cool. And like all the CG work on it is like fantastic. It's visually breathtaking. Like it's a good movie. But I definitely have a little gripe with it.
I think you're going to get more of that Fremen stuff in the second movie. I do think they keep that subtle, though. Like, in the movie, he does watch the videotape, but I think it doesn't, like, the reveals with the video, like the logs about the Fremen, aren't really, like, they're not portrayed until the second one. Like, that's when they kind of...
Yeah, it's more also all the people all the locals on Arrakis, like in the cities around them, in the actual concentrated settlements, they also all view the Fremen as inferior.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of drilled into you over time that all these secondary characters in proximity look down upon the Fremen. And so you're kind of like, okay, is that what they are? And then you're like, oh, no, they're way dover.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't read the book. I love the movies, but that seems a fair criticism. I got a couple things. I got a thing and then I got a complaint. Classic. First thing. Oh, actually, two things. I started rewatching Psych because I just wanted a funny, like, no-brain thing that I could watch while I write and while I play video games, right? I forgot how funny Psych is. It's from the early 2000s, so there's a few problematic things that are just of the era. It's not like other shows that were made in that same era where like every episode there's something you're like, oh no. But this show, it's really funny. It is a bit of propaganda, but not really, because the cops in it, they're not incompetent, but they're not great at their job. But it's a little bit of propaganda. But if you know that going in, then it's just a fun show. 2, I started playing Pokemon Soul Silver on an emulator. I'm going to start Emerald soon. The only games I have not played all the way through are Emerald and the 2 3DS games, X and Y and Sun and Moon, because I never had a 3DS. But I think I might steal those from my brother, because my brother still has his 3DS. So I might steal those when I go back up to Washington. But I love the Pokemon games. They're perfect games. And I got in the mood because the trailer for Legends ZA came out, and it looks like a bit of fun. But that leads me to my complaint. Switch 2's coming out. Just had a trailer drop and like some specs about it revealed. Nintendo has a kind of pattern where they go boom on a console and then their next console busts. For instance, the Wii, which we all remember really fondly, was great. The Wii U was a bust. The Switch 2 looks a lot better. Apparently, it has PS5 graphics, a better screen, like a brighter, bigger screen for the same size console. The only thing it doesn't have is that the battery life is a little lower. But I never used the Switch as a, like... I don't know who needs the Switch and they can't plug it in for 6 hours at a time. Like, it gets a 6-hour battery life. I don't know what you're doing that you need 12 hours of non-plugged-in Switch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's not really the problem to me. It costs like $450, which is a little steep for Nintendo for like a PS4, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot.
$450 is a lot, but it seems like a really good console. My problem is not with that. It's with the price of the games. Because you only buy the console once, right? I wish it was a little cheaper. I see why it's not. It is cheaper in Japan. It's about $50 to like $70 cheaper in Japan, which is because of they're prepping for tariffs. And by prepping, I mean they're upping the price because they can, which is what tariffs are going to get us. The price of games is $80.
Fucking crazy.
Which to me is unacceptable for a Nintendo game, you know?
In this economy.
Well, like, I just don't... I can't afford it, you know? Like, I would love to buy the new Mario Kart World. That looks amazing. I would love to buy Legends ZA. That looks fun. Also, their thing is that they're adding GameCube games, but it's not... You can't buy them. You have to buy the subscription, and then you can play them. Here's my rant. 1, tariffs are dumb. We know this. Everybody knows this. This doesn't need to be explained. 2, Nintendo is doing a bit of price gouging, which fucking sucks, because they're usually a pretty cool company who doesn't do shit like that. 3, this is my note. Nintendo, Game Freak, you want to make a lot of money? Let me buy my fucking Pokemon games on the Switch. Like, I am pirating it because it's the only option I have. I cannot buy a DS or a 3DS to play these games from you, meaning you're losing money because I want to play this game, not fucking your games that you have. Like, they haven't had a big game release in a minute, right? Just do what people ask for. Companies, when people ask you to do something, they will pay for it. But if you do shit that they don't like, they probably won't pay for it. The internet, as we said earlier, makes a lot of things harder. It makes being a person harder in a lot of ways. It makes being a business much easier. Because you can just go online, drop a trailer for a thing, and then people will tell you what they think in real time, immediately. So, listen to them.
It seems like that's like a trend for game companies. I don't know about like right now, but just thinking back to when like the Xbox One was announced and how big of a fucking heel turn they did, like right after that, because the PS4 was like, we're gonna do the opposite of everything that you're doing, and then PlayStation easily won that generation.
Yeah,
Xbox did turn things around, like in the console department or whatever. Like they reversed a lot of those things, but like I don't know. It seems like they're not a big player. I'm not really as in tune with the games industry as I was, but they're like putting all their games on other consoles and shit. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. I just think Nintendo exists as they have the best IP, but not the best. Their games are the best, but their games aren't technically the best, which is... Does that make sense? Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Their game design is really good and really fun.
They have like a genre or two.
They have locked down like the side scroller, and like they've locked down the Marios and the Sonics and the fucking Mario Karts. They've locked down the party games. They have one good action adventure thing, and then they have Pokemon, right? Like they have Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon.
I feel like if you point to like game of the years, it's usually like RPGs.
Right.
Like these are where people can really dive in and fall in love.
I agree. I don't think Zelda comes close to a lot of like PlayStation games, which it's not supposed to, right? It's supposed to be Zelda, which is fine. I'm saying I'm not willing to pay $80 for a Donkey Kong game. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, that makes... I also am not going to fucking pay $80 for Donkey Kong.
Like, I love Donkey Kong Country Returns. I think it's a very fun, really great game. I'm not gonna pay $80 fucking dollars for it. Lower your prices. That's crazy. There is no world.
I have a Switch Lite I haven't touched since Pokemon Shield.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I bought the new one. I love the Pokemon games. Like I said, there's only 3 I haven't played, and it's literally because I didn't have the console. Right? Whatever. I'm not going to get into this. But yeah.
You did.
I did. Nintendo, lower your fucking prices. Also, game industry as a whole, make better games. Please.
There's still good games coming out.
There's still good games coming out, but all those tentpole franchises...
Did you see Ark's new trailer?
I didn't, but also Ark isn't a tentpole franchise.
It's completely AI generated, and I hate it.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
It has no gameplay in it, so you have no idea what actually the product is.
What the movie...
It's despicable.
Dude, here's the... Okay. This is a rant for another time. But yeah, just, like, all the tentpole franchises, there's a reason people liked you, and there's 1,000 video essays on the internet of why they liked you. Producers, game designers, go watch them, and then take notes. Because, I don't know, like... For instance, I love the Assassin's Creed franchise was one of my favorite games, right? I loved it. I've played everything up until Mirage. Mirage came out, I was soured by Valhalla. I didn't play that, and I'm not going to buy Shadows because I've heard nothing about it. You know? When a game is really...
I needed to check in for my resident gamer, but I think he's liking it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Games are too expensive now for me to like it. Does that I am not personally willing to pay $70 for like it. I'll wait until AC Shadows is like 30 or 40, right? Then I'm willing to like it, but I'm not willing to pay 70 to 80 to like it.
Yeah.
Which I just think that's going to be a trend because our economy's going in the shitter. So people are going to have less money.
The bubble's going to burst.
Like, that's just what it's going to be. You're going to have to make cheaper games, or games be cheaper, or nobody's going to buy them. Because people don't have the money to give $70 for a middling experience. Anyway, that's my rant. I think companies have gotten a little, used to people having a little extra money in their pockets, and that is over. That's it. That's my rant. That's it. You guys have anything else to say?
What are we watching next week?
We're
watching
watching
Coraline.
Coraline. I love Coraline.
Coraline's awesome. You
Anyway.
heard it here first, and you'll hear it here second next week.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Oh, big news. Abel, why don't you tell them the big news? Abel, tell them the big news.
As our viewers, our longtime viewers know that this show is exclusively available on YouTube, you will now be the first to know that we are now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and every other major podcast service.
There's a link to the feed in the YouTube description, in like the channel description.
Yeah.
There's a link to the feed. Put it in there a couple days ago. Abel, are we caught up? Are they all uploaded?
Every single episode is on Spotify now.
It should be on Apple too. It should be on everything because they automatically go in. I ticked all the settings. I did all this stuff. I have a message for listeners. If you have a podcast like app that you use, go listen on that. If you don't, and you've already listened to all of them on YouTube, go download them. Don't fucking listen to them. Download them and delete it. That's all I want.
And rate us 5 stars.
And
That would be appreciated.
Give us a 5-star review. Tell a friend. Fucking all the things. Also, email us. Abel, do we have any emails? I don't think we do.
We don't have any emails. I checked earlier.
But yeah, leave a 5-star review.
And then follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky and TikTok and all that. You know the drill.
And all that jazz.
And we'll be back here next week to watch Coraline.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.